Audiobook Academy Biography presents Ashton Kutcher. After portraying Kelso on That 70s Show, Ashton Kutcher went on to star in films including The Guardian, Non-Strings Attached, Jobs, No Strings, and The Guardian. Ashton Kutcher rose to stardom in the late 1990s as Michael Kelso on That 70s Show after a successful modeling career. Later, Kutcher went on to star in such films as Dude, Where's My Car?, The Butterfly Effect, No Strings Attached and Jobs after inventing MTV's punked reality show. In 2011, he made a comeback in the sitcom world with 2.5 Men, and in 2016, he joined the cast of The Ranch. Early years. After starting off as a model in Iowa, Ashton Kutcher has now gone on to become a well-known actor and a successful producer. He was born to manufacturing employees Larry and Diane Kutcher just a few minutes before his fraternal twin brother, Michael. Kutcher's parents split when he was just 13 years old, and his twin brother had to have an emergency heart transplant because of a virus. After the breakup, Kutcher, his brother, and his older sister, Tausha, resided with their mother. They relocated to Homestead, a tiny farming hamlet, after their mother remarried. In his new area, Kutcher continued to pursue his interest in acting by performing in school performances. After graduating from high school, Kutcher's rebellious side came out. In his final year, he was arrested for breaking into his school and spent a lot of time partying. When Kutcher graduated from the University of Iowa in 1996, he went on to study biochemical engineering. For the first several months, he partied with his new fraternity brothers before settling down to school. While attending college, Kutcher worked at a General Mills mill sweeping away cereal dust as a side gig. Career as a model. The Fresh Faces of Iowa Modeling Contest in 1997 introduced Kutcher to the world of male modeling after he was discovered by a talent scout. New York City was the next stop on his journey, which led him to contract with a modeling agency there. Modeling for Calvin Klein and the Abercrombie & Fitch catalog were two of his most well-known engagements. Kutcher met model and actress January Jones while working on the Abercrombie & Fitch campaign. In 2008, Kutcher returned to modeling as part of a Pepe Jeans London advertising campaign. He returned to the catwalk in 2011, this time for the Colixai label, in Brazil. Shows on TV. Big Break, That 70s Show. In the spring of 1998, Kutcher was cast in his first major role on the hit comedy That 70s Show, which helped launch his career. Eric Foreman, Topher Grace, and his buddies in the little Wisconsin hamlet of Point Place were the focus of the comedy as they navigated their adolescent years. Kutcher's broad comedy and superb looks won over admirers as the cute but dense Michael Kelso. To complete the cast were Mila Kunis as his on-screen fiancée Jackie, Danny Masterson as Stephen Hyde, Laura Prepon for Donna Pinciotti, Wilmer Valderrama for Fez as the remainder of the supporting cast. Their friendship was so deep that they often went out together in Los Angeles as a group. Producer, Punked, Beauty and the Geek. Punked, a popular MTV reality show, had Kutcher as a co-creator and executive producer in 2003. Over its 8 seasons on television, Punked made fun of celebrities such as Justin Timberlake, Hilary Duff, and Tyra Banks. Another reality TV program that Kutcher hosted 2 years later, Beauty and the Geek, had socially awkward males paired with beautiful women who worked toward the show's big prize. 2.5 Men. After Charlie Sheen's departure on 2.5 Men in 2011, Ashton Kutcher was cast as Walden Schmidt, a billionaire internet entrepreneur. Rumors about Kutcher's $20 million one-year contract were false. An estimated 28.7 million people watched the first episode featuring Kutcher in September, making it Sheen's highest-rated show in the previous 8 seasons. With an average salary of $750,000 per episode, Kutcher remained on the show through 2015. The Ranch. When Kutcher joined Netflix as The Ranch's Colt Bennett, a former professional football player who returns to his family farm in rural Colorado, the show premiered in 2016. Bennett's parents are played by Sam Elliott and Deborah Winger, while Danny Masterson, formerly of That 70s Show, played his brother until the charges of sexual assault forced him to leave the role in December 2017. In January of 2020, the final episode of The Ranch aired. Movies. Dude, Where's My Car? When it came time for Kutcher's first main part, he didn't move far from his television persona after appearing in the comedies Down to You, 2000, and Reindeer Games, 2000. Jesse Montgomery 3, Sean William Scott, and Chester Greenberg, Sean William Scott, are two stoners who try to retrace the events of the previous night in Dude, Where's My Car? 2000. Despite the scathing reviews from the press, the comedy was a financial success, and Ashton Kutcher gained a loyal following as a result. Similarly, He was named one of People magazine's 50 Most Beautiful People that year. The Butterfly Effect, My Boss's Daughter, and Just Married. Texas Rangers, 2001, the sequel starring Ashton Kutcher, was a box office stud. Soon after, he appeared in My Boss's Daughter and Just Married, two romantic comedies, both released in 2003. In 2004, Kutcher acted in and produced The Butterfly Effect, a science fiction film in which he also served as an executive producer. An action-packed film about a young man who can travel back in time to alter the course of his own life brought in $60 million at the box office. Guess Who, a lot like Love, The Guardian. Once again appearing in love comedies in 2005, the actor first appeared alongside Zoe Saldana and comedian Bernie Mac in Guess Who before appearing with Amanda Peet in A Lot Like Love. The Guardian, 2006, a film about the U.S. Coast Guard starring Kevin Costner, was Kutcher's first foray into acting. To play a rescue swimmer in the movie, Kutcher underwent extensive physical training. Later, he told Cosmopolitan magazine, "I used to be a pack-and-a-half-a-day smoker, so I had no stamina." For a change of pace in 2006, Kutcher did voice work for the animated feature Open Season. No Strings Attached, What Happens in Vegas, and Personal Effects. With Cameron Diaz and Michelle Pfeiffer, he co-starred in the films What Happens in Vegas and Personal Effects in 2008. He produced the ABC sitcom Misguided, 2008, which ran for one season before being cancelled. Late in his career, Ashton Kutcher returned to acting, appearing in Killers, 2010, and No Strings Attached, 2012. 2011. Jobs. His 2013 biopic Jobs will see him play the renowned Apple co-founder Steve Jobs, which was one of Kutcher's most anticipated roles to date when he signed on to play the part. Among the cast members were Josh Gad, Steve Wozniak, Leslie Ann Warren, James Woods, Matthew Modine, and Dermot Mulroney. Children and marriage. Demi Moore. Kutcher married Demi Moore in a private wedding at their Beverly Hills home on September 24, 2005. All three of Moore's children from her former marriage to actor Bruce Willis were there to help her get ready for the big day. Moore's children began to refer to Kutcher as Maude, or my other dad, while he was dating Moore. Moore's ex-husband Willis attended the wedding, and Kutcher struck up a connection with him. Despite their separation in the fall of 2011, Kutcher and Moore didn't finalize their divorce settlement until nearly 2 years later, in 2013. Mila Kunis. Mila Kunis, his longtime co-star on That 70s Show, and Ashton Kutcher began dating in 2012. In February of this year, the pair confirmed their engagement. Kutcher, 36, and Kunis, 30, were reportedly expecting a child in March. Wyatt Isabel Kutcher, the couple's first child, was born on September 30, 2014 via surrogate. Couples Kunis and Kutcher wed on July 4, 2015, at a weekend getaway to Parish Ranch's Secret Garden. They welcomed their second child, a son they named Dimitri Portwood Kutcher, on November 30, 2016. For profit and non-profit organizations. Besides acting and producing, Kutcher is involved in a number of other ventures. His investments include Geisha House and Dolce in Los Angeles, as well as Zuma, a company that makes telephone devices. To combat human trafficking and child sexual abuse, Kutcher and Moore established DNA Foundation in 2009, renaming it Thorn in 2013. He also became the first person to have a Twitter account with more than 1 million followers in 2013. During his tenure as chairman of Thorn, Kutcher testified before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee in February 2017 on his organization's efforts to develop software to prevent human trafficking and speak out against the abuse of children around the world. Technology may facilitate slavery, but it can also be used to dismantle slavery, he remarked. Thank you for listening in Audiobook Academy. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button for more content like this. See you in next video.